Good morning, everybody. This is Coach Marion here. This is your morning show on August 13. It is now 9:19. I know we were supposed to be here at 9 o'clock, but this is a little different type of show today. We don't have our boy Coach Julio. He's not here with us today. However, the Keeping It Real show is normally with AKA the bad guy, but we got some replacements today. Well, I wouldn't call Joe a replacement. Joe is one of our announcers. How you doing today, Joe?
Good morning. Rmnfl, keeping it real. I'm glad to be here.
Some big shoes to fill here today, huh?
Mighty.
Alright, and also, we have a young man who actually played you. They played in the AFC Championship game. We have our guy, Faciqo, who will be playing in the Super Bowl. How you doing today, Faciqo?
Feel blessed. Good Sunday. I feel good.
So, you beat Joe. Joe gave you a battle. Tell us a little bit about that game real quick and tell me how it went down for you.
Well, I came into that game knowing Joe was a good competitor, plays good sim style ball, and I know his receiving core was very dangerous. He had a dangerous team, so I just told myself, man, we just got to fight it out tooth and nail, and let's see who makes it to the end. But great competitor, man, great competitor. I saw myself there, or I saw him there, so just glad one of us made it. That's my boy.
Yeah, Joe, you put up a battle though.
Yeah.
Tell me what it was like. Tell me what it was like playing Faciqo, being such a strong player.
Well, I've played Faciqo a few times, and earlier this season he dropped 63 on me, but he had this one in particular pass where he runs two guys to the corner, and I could never figure it out. So my whole goal was to stop that one play, and I did so. I got 2 interceptions, I believe, on that play, but it was the first time in 3 games I've ever had Faciqo punt the ball. So I felt like I improved just getting him to punt the ball one time to me.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things, man, getting these top dog players to punt the ball. And like, I'm going to tell you this, guys, this is the Keeping It Real show. We keeping it real. We're not trying to be no nail biters and watch what we say. I think we got rid of all the sensitive dudes. Am I correct?
I'm still here.
Yeah, me and Joe go a long way, y'all. I remember Joe said, "Oh, you gonna suspend people for not putting up the final picture? That final picture is one of the best things that we could ever have in this league." And Joe was like, "Oh man, this is crazy. You gonna sit here and suspend people over a final picture?" But you see why we need it though, right?
Yeah, sometimes I just need to step back and take a look at the bigger picture.
It's all good, man. Listen, I'm gonna break it down to you. 2018 is a long time ago. Very long time ago. And when you get guys arguing over a final picture and they don't understand, this is the final picture. Just looks smooth, it looks clean. And this is an old score, so don't use this. This is not the Dolphins that just played, because that score was not 34-0. That's an old score. But that's the final picture, what we're talking about. But yeah, because this league holds everybody accountable. We got something good going on. But the first thing I want to talk about, and we'll get back into that. Well, maybe we should just go ahead and start out with what it takes to be an Rmnfl.
All
Want
right.
to do that? Why don't we just start out with that? Well, one of the things we want to talk about is Rmnfl, and this is coming from one of our top dog users. And you guys can talk to me about it. The Eagles said being in Rmnfl is a privilege. What do you got to say about that?
It is a privilege. You have This is the first league I've ever been in, and the thing I like about it is the organization. Everything's scheduled and ran on time. Um, the games are always being played. There's no simulations. So that's what I like about it is the organization.
Faciqo?
My main thing, what it is, as far as like, like Joe saying, it's the consistency of the league, and you said a key thing the other day that a lot of leagues, probably no league. I'm gonna stand on it because I've been in a lot of leagues. Probably no league could say we play from Madden until Madden.
Yeah, we're actually playing from Madden to Madden, and I'm gonna give the Saints some props because even though back in the day, man, like I said, we've been together for a long time. Everybody's gonna cat fight, right?
Right.
We'll call it dog fight because you got pit bulls. But anyway, um, we're all gonna fight. But in the end, the Saints really, really, it was like when I did so we did this thing called the MVP. Okay,
Yeah.
the MVP is mainly for a guy that steps up and takes over. And this
Right.
year, it was the Buccaneers, Will, but it was a toss up between Will and the Saints. But the only thing
Mhm.
about it was he didn't have as much time as Will did, so I couldn't do
Right.
it. You know what I'm saying? Had
Right.
he had more time, he would have been right in the mix. Right in the
Shout out to
mix.
the Saints. Shout out
Yep.
to the Saints, man. Tarek, good user, man. MVP runner up. Shout out to him too.
And everybody in the league knows he was there all season long helping.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was a big shout out. But I'm gonna take these names down from the Pro Bowl. We had some users play the Pro Bowl yesterday, and miraculously, somebody's internet went out.
Hold on, Foster. Before you get that far, I want you
What?
to explain to the users out there listening what Madden to Madden is, because some of them don't understand that.
Okay. So basically, from Madden to Madden. So okay, so there's a lot invested in here. So we give out a lot. We try to give out a lot. When things are going the way they're supposed to go, we give out. We try to give out things the way like points, whatever apparel we got, whatever we try. Okay. Sometimes we buy, sometimes we do. But that means we play Madden 24. The game came out. Well, 23. The game came out last year.
Right.
We're playing the whole way through, and
That's right.
we're gonna have the Super Bowl tonight. That means we only have a 2 day rest. Not even
Yeah. One.
one. So I'm gonna shut down Madden. I'm gonna shut down everything. We have a lot invested into this. So basically, if you say I'm done for the season, I'll be back. Okay, you'll be back, but I got some new guys that want to play.
That's right.
We have a few guys in the league right now that are great. They can always come back, but I think about four of them don't give me what I'm looking for. So not only is the users, and you'll always hear us say this, the league is only as good as the 32 users in it. And that statement came from the bad guy. That's why he's the bad guy, because he gets mad when it doesn't look right. But anyway, coming from New York, he's always going to sound mean even if he's happy. So when we had another guy, and I'm going to break this down, came up with the scenario, uh, and he actually was our MVP last year. And when we say last year, this is our season, which was Reggie. And Reggie got tired of me always doing stuff and sticking my nose and stuff. So they were like, yo, why don't you give us a chance to run your vision? So I was like, okay. So what you want to do? So he came up with this. If you look to your left, well, here, we'll just pop this one up. And I think every league should do this. I'll get some information. Every league should do this. Uh, every league should have division captains. Now, this is not something you can do in year one, though. Can't do it in year two. Definitely can't do it in year three. It has to be when you're fully rostered with like at least 28 guys, and then you have those solid guys. Faciqo, you came in there once, right?
Yeah.
And then he went against division, and what happened?
I was going
He was gone. He's back though. You're
back.
back. You bet. So this division captain stuff is that they run their divisions. Uh, and you guys do it well. And pretty much it's like this is the thing. Ready? These are the things that these guys do. They review video. They try to keep the league involved with things. This year we're going to have a check with me system because the program that we now use, which is a TV program, we can cover games just like the NFL. Like if they're playing and we have a solid game, we can go around the league and check out scores. We could just pop from game to game, and it's kind of cool. And some of the other things, our Facebook chat. These guys oversee stuff. But the check with me system is to check with me when you see me in Discord. Using Discord voice to fix problems. Texting is not good. There's a couple guys in here, if you text something, no matter how I sound, it's always going to sound like I'm being mean. But that changed. We want to build the network. We want to give people good shows, which we do. K1 was given a good show last night, and somebody's internet went out.
Yeah.
Just keeping it real. No. We talked about the pitcher, that final pitcher, which is very important. We do have we gotta deal with our T-Thrill, and this deal came with some screen printing stuff that they do screen printing for us, but also it's for the league for game of the weeks and stuff like that. So sometimes we give out 20, sometimes we give 25, sometimes we say if you pick the winner and the score, you get 100. Yo, Kareem was the closest one. You knew that, right?
Really?
Yes.
Oh
He had the exact score, wrong team.
yeah. I saw you had the wrong team. Yeah.
Right. So then we talk about payouts. It does cost $40 to get in this league, but it's from a whole year standpoint. But the first 2 years, the first 2 seasons, well, not the practice season. We'll talk about the practice season. But the first season is a practice season. But the first season, real season, the payout is this. So you have $150 to the Super Bowl winner, and then you'll have 75 to the loser, 60, 40, and 20. As over time, as things get better for us and people start breaking rules, which that's what we want to use that money for game of the weeks, and we want to use the money to up in the payout. So the first thing we're going to start out with the fines is we're going to take it and put it on the Super Bowl winners and the loser. Then we'll start divvying it down. And trust me, guys are going to do some stupid stuff. If you guys don't believe me, tell me now. All right?
No, I like how you said that. You said people are going to start breaking rules, and that's what we want.
Oh, I forgot. What's the biggest rule that everybody breaks? What in your time? Give me one rule that you think they break the most, Joe.
Oh, I would probably say being on time to a game.
That's one of the worst rule. That's one of the worst things that that's one of the biggest things I don't like. Because in order to be a network, you got to be on time. So there's a million people who play this, and there's a million people who can't play on time, right? So we have to take away the people who can't play on time, because when people are expecting to see me bust Faciqo's ass, you know what I'm saying? They want to see that and they want to be on time.
Exactly.
Have I ever beat you? I beat you in a practice game, though, right?
Yeah, you had them Eagles. That's why you need to take them from Kareem.
Give me those Eagles. We'll swap.
Swap, Kareem. Live. Here
Joe,
it goes.
well, me and Joe went back and forth a few times. I haven't played you since you got good. And that's one of the things. We were talking about top 10 players, okay?
Yeah.
We're talking about top 10 players. Let's talk about the top 10 players. Who's the top
All
10
right.
players? So we're gonna talk about top 10 players. So top 10 players right here is in the playoffs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So based on this, who do you think is the top player? And
My top.
let's not talk about Super Bowl. Let's not talk. Whoa. I guess you could say.
You don't know.
Now, what did we talk about when you come in the classroom? This is the Buccaneers,
The
the MVP
MVP.
of the league, coming
Come
in
on,
the
Will.
classroom, making noise. All right.
Sorry, I'm late.
Sorry, I'm late for class. Okay. Let me see. We have. Let's see who is on here right now. That's part of the league. Eagles. We have free agent Justin Clark. We have the Vikings. We have the Giants, the Saints, and the Eagles. They just gave you S out shout out. Welcome. Okay, I got you. But anyway, when it comes to the top 10, who do you think is the top player? We're not talking Super Bowl.
So let me ask a question.
Because if we were, it would be you and Edwin.
Yeah. So are we gonna go 1 through 10, or are we gonna go 10 to 1?
Let's go. Let's see. How do you want to do it? Tell me how you want to do it.
Let's go 10 to 1. Y'all want to go 10 to 1 or 1
That's a
to
good
10?
way to do it.
10 to 1.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's 12 teams that made it to the playoffs, right?
Who's the first?
Out of those 12 teams, in the 10th spot, I'd like to put the Vikings.
Okay.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I like the Vikings in that 10th spot.
All right, so he's saying the Vikings. Okay? So he's saying the Vikings came in, took over a team for someone who couldn't continue, and did his thing. All right, so we got the Vikings. All right, I guess we can go with the Vikings.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. All right. Next.
What you got, Joey G?
Number 9, I think, could be higher.
Think about it. Think about it. What you say?
I think he could be higher on the list. There's a ton of great players. I mean, you could throw in a lot of teams. You could throw in Giants, throw in the Jags, you could throw in the Commanders. But my number 9 is going to be the Boogeyman and the Rams.
That's number 9?
It's a solid
number
pick.
9. Like I said, I think he could be higher, but that's my number 9.
Now, why do you, for somebody who just got beat?
Well, I try to look at all the seasons we've had combined, and people leaving teams, changing teams. The Boogeyman did just make it to the NFC Championship, but yeah, I think there's just so many good players in this league. It's hard to pick a 1 through 10.
Oh man, I don't know about that.
It's
He does his name different. How does he spell his name? Boogeyman? Just.
I think it's Boogey, right? Boogeyman. I could see Boogeyman in that 9th spot, but what I would say is, before I put Boogeyman in that 9th spot, I have to put those Lions in that 9th spot.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say the Lions. I was definitely gonna say the Lions.
I have to say those Lions, especially since the Boogeyman beat them 38-14.
I know, man.
That weighed in a whole lot on that decision.
Yeah, so we got number 9. I got number 9 as Boogeyman too. Not Boogeyman. The Lions.
Joe said he could be higher though, so he might be a little higher. I might give Boogeyman a little higher.
And I do have to give a shout out because my number 10 was the Dallas Cowboys, but we'll keep going.
He didn't even show up. He didn't even show up. What are you talking about?
Hey, he had some good seasons. I learned some game from him. I think he's a great player.
Um, Will, tell me who you think. How can you put somebody on there that's not even in it?
Well, the first year I believe he was in the playoffs, and I think he's in the toughest division in the NFC East.
Nah, see,
For
he
the,
can never keep going on the past. That's the
Yeah,
problem with some of these guys in the league. They keep dwelling on the past. The past is the past. Guess what? When I go through this, I'm gonna have to go to our resources. I'm gonna use the name because you know what? They better give us a free account this year.
yeah.
I'm definitely gonna use this resource, and I'm gonna go by this. I was all happy until you put the Cowboys in, who is way at the bottom, way at the bottom. Even I beat him. So how you gonna put him in the top? How you gonna put him in the top 10?
I like
What
his
was in the
game.
coffee? What was in the coffee today?
He had a rough year this year, boy. Amar had a rough year this year.
Will,
He should
who you got for top for the 9 spot?
That's kind of tough.
tough, right?
I'd probably say that. Yeah, I'm gonna take the boogeyman too.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll with him. That I mean, if he's in that area, yeah, I take him for 9. I mean, but
Knowing that he
in
was
the,
number 3 overall.
I mean, yeah, it's goes season for season. But in the defense of the Cowboys, like he just had a bad season. Like he's a good user, so he can be 9 as well. So if maybe even top 5, so
Sorry,
let me just throw it
Cowboys.
out.
All right.
What I will say is this with y'all.
Don't have me to call the cops on you for that.
Hey, man.
What I will say is this though with y'all. Boogeyman and the Lions, they're like right there because I was gonna put Boogeyman in my 8th. So I'm cool with the 8-9 swap or whatever. 8-9, I could share that with the Lions and the Rams. I could do that.
Listen, the Saints put Will at a 10 spot.
He meant to say Bills, I think. I put the Bills
Yo,
W.
the Bills got there. I don't know how. Listen, after I beat him, I don't know how the rest of y'all didn't beat him, but it showed in the playoffs.
Boy, he had some good wins though.
He had
Oh,
some
we're
good
gonna get on
wins,
him.
but who?
He beat the Browns, the Bears, and the Broncos.
Yeah,
True.
that's true.
Okay, man. It's just different matchups for people.
That's right.
He's a good user too, though.
Yeah.
All right, go to the next one.
Number 8.
Number 8. Number 8 for me. I wouldn't mind putting like I say, I would. That's where I would put the Boogeyman at. I got the Lions at 9. I got Boogeyman at 8.
I can attest to that. But there's another team that I will put there too.
Oh.
The Eagles.
Nah.
He can't win. He cannot win. He wins all during the season. As soon as the playoff hit, he's gone. He's either going first or second. He's done.
Boy, that NFC is rough.
And that's why he's out.
Done. And it's
That's
gonna
why
get
he's not in my.
worse. It's
Yeah.
gonna get worse because I'm not gonna announce who's coming over there, but there's somebody else is coming over there. We can't announce it yet; it's too soon. But after the Super Bowl, and we do this next show, y'all ears gonna flip. Y'all gonna be like, what?
This is why the Eagles aren't in my top 5 because of those reasons you said. I won't put him at. I won't put him at 8.
He won the first game. He beat a Lions dude that went on a cruise and came back and couldn't figure himself out. When the Lions left, wait, not the Lions. I'm sorry. Wait, let me back up. He beat the Lions. Yeah, he did beat the Lions at one time, but he beat the Vikings. He. I ain't got nothing to say. Anyway, then he ended up playing Chicago. As powerful as his offense was all season long, the Eagles. Let's look at his. As powerful as his roster was, his. Look at this. Look at this. All in a row.
What?
I'm gonna
What's
have.
playing with a rookie
All right.
quarterback?
And well, he not paying attention to his team. Number one was the first mistake. I wish that would have been me and Kyler Murray though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games in a row. Now, were these all players? He played Will.
Yeah.
Will's an up and down dude, but at the time it was early. Couldn't do
Yeah, he
nothing with them.
destroyed me right there.
Cowboys played a close game with the Cowboys. Beat up
Division
on the
game.
Giants.
Beat the Giants to death.
Scrubbed up Washington. Probably gave him a late touchdown. Creamed the Colts.
Killed the Colts. Yeah.
49ers always got some kind of good. You never know what 49ers going to get because it's the running game. If he gets the running game going, it's tough. So he only scored 17 points, so the defense stuck in there.
Mm-hmm.
Beat Chicago. Chicago made a dumb mistake. Went for 2, didn't get it. Falcons. Was this Levi? No. Cowboys again. Carolina. Had a struggled with the Eagles. Yeah. Next. What's next? Who's next?
So in what? That's the 8th spot. You got the Eagles.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick for the 8th. My 8th was a flip flop with Faciqo. He had the Rams, I believe, at 8. I had the Bills at 8.
Whoo, the Bills
The Bills.
at 8.
You got to put them at 8, respectfully.
How you feel about that, Will?
I would have put him a little bit higher.
A little higher than 8?
Yeah. If you're just going off this season and
I'm going from everything.
Yeah, probably like about see.
I don't know.
Okay.
Go ahead, man.
Due to how he won and he at least still makes the playoffs, every year consistently, even though the lack of competition in his division. Since he hasn't, because I haven't seen him win a playoff game. That's the only problem with him with me. So I feel like that keeps him out of the top 5 too. 8 is kind of low for him. I probably give him around I give him a 7 in a 7th spot or something.
Yo, the Eagles said this is by us. This is by us.
I know.
It's true, man. You don't win games, bro. If you would at least win a playoff game, then I could say, because just do this. As soon as the playoffs come, bet on the other team.
Oh man.
Make your money during the season with the Eagles. And that's something we should. No, we can't do that because then guys could be betting and losing and stuff on purpose. But anyway, if we did, he said you make no sense. It's true. Tell me, when have you passed the hump after having these great seasons you had? All right, when you find that answer, you let me know. Who's next?
Put it in the chat. Okay, so with the 7th spot, let's see that playoff picture again. Let me see that playoff picture again. Because we're at 7, right? We're at 7
hold on.
spot?
Stop the press, guys. Stop the press. He won 2 Super Bowls. One was what? Was one of those Super Bowls fake? That was a speedy one. That's the one where Julio didn't get that team and he ended up beating Julio. So that was a fake one. If Julio would have had that team, he would have bust your ass.
Oh man, what year were the Super Bowls?
Look, we don't even remember.
Oh no, we gotta remember. Will, what year that man?
He did win 2 Super Bowls. After that, he crumbled.
Put it in the chat, Kareem. Put it in the chat. What year they were?
Yeah.
I respect the Super Bowl winners.
Yeah, I respect that. I forgot he won 2 Super Bowls. Okay,
yeah, I didn't know that.
We'll give you the 6th spot, maybe 7. I still got you locked at 8. Within the last year or two, not making it. Okay, here's his last 3 years. Ready? He didn't make it. After he won those Super Bowls, he didn't make it. He got bumped out the first round, and then this one here, he got toasted. He said because the Bills is higher than him. He has a valid point. The Bills should not be higher than him.
I agree with him. I agree with him.
Yeah.
Even though the Bills got knocked out by a good competitor in Joe, because Joe played a good ball this year, I still feel like the Bills haven't shown anything in the postseason since I've been in the league. I'm talking about I haven't seen anything. He wins his divisions though, so.
So listen to this, real quick. We're gonna take a little break. It's over. Okay. Go to the next one.
All right. So we're at the 7th spot or the 6th? What are we at?
You number 7. Who you got?
Number
Faciqo?
7. Number 7 is. Let me see that playoff picture again, Foster.
Playoff
Number
picture?
7. Yeah, that playoff picture that you had up there, that playoff tree. Okay. Number 7. Number 7 is where I like to. That's where I wanted to actually put the Eagles, but I put Nate Panda right there.
Good pick.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
I put Nate Panda right there.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, the Jags came out with the 3 seed in the AFC, which was impressive because you got teams like well, it goes by division winners, but you get the Broncos. He did beat out the Broncos for that 3 seed, so yeah, he had a great year.
But I don't understand how you put the Saints in front of the Boogeyman when he beat them.
I just look at all around the seasons in the past. You know, I've seen the Saints multiple years. He's usually top in quarterback rating. He's usually top in rushing. He's now bringing his defense along, top 10 in the league. So I got the Saints high on my list.
Yeah. He's going to be my next spot. Let's get to that 6 because that's exactly where I'm putting the Saints at.
He said, I make it far every year. Making it far, you just showing up. Seeing how long you last. I'm here, guys. I'm gone, guys.
Who's the Billy Goat? Who was that?
All right, who's next? We got
Hold up. Let me throw
go
my
ahead.
7 out there.
Okay,
I got to
please,
throw my
sir.
7 out there. My 7 is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And when I look at the Buccaneers, last year, he was in the NFC Championship game. The NFC is rough. If you think prior to that, you go back to the Denver days. The Denver days, he was on his way to make the playoffs and had to switch teams up, and then he went to Tampa. He's got a rough team there in Tampa, but if you look at the Buccaneers and Will's stats, he's always tops in the league in defense. Now, if you go look in the stats, he's tops in offense. So I got Will in there at my number 7.
You know, this is what I'm going to say about Will. Will lives in Poland. Will's in the States right now. Whenever Will's in Poland, he plays at his best. When he comes back home, he doesn't play well. It's been a known fact.
Jet lag.
Something.
Jet lag.
What's next?
Okay. So we're at the. What's your 7? You got a 7 or you good? We're going to 6?
We should be at 5, right? 6?
Nah, we're at 6 right now.
Okay. 6.
I feel like
I agree with what you got going on over there, Faciqo. Panda.
You like Panda at that 7? Yeah, I like Panda at that 7.
Yeah, I like him.
Assistant ball player, yeah, he'll get better. At that 6, I got to put Tariq. I got to put those Saints. Saints,
Okay.
they don't really have a great building situation over there, but they have a good roster. So it's really nothing to build off of, just his cap situations. And every year he continues to be a good competitor. I think he was really basically almost the number 1 seed in the NFC this year. You know, everybody had the same tie record. He always competes, man. And when I was on my roll, when I when I was undefeated with like 14-0 or something, he was the first person to give me a loss, and that hurt my team that year. So I respect the Saints, man. Saints a good ball player. I put him at 6.
All right.
Oh,
Julio.
yeah, I respect.
Where do we put Julio at?
He's not in the top 10.
The Texans.
He's not in the top 10.
Yeah, he struggles too much.
Yeah, I would put it on the Texans, but in the same sense, he was with the Bengals and he struggled as well. That's what made him move to Texas.
Yeah, he should. Well, we're gonna get into a couple things because, like I said, we got 4 brand new guys in, which means 4 teams we're gonna wait a little bit until you have more time. So there's 4 teams in this league that doesn't have times, and I can make an announcement on 2 of them because we've already spoken. Well, I'll do one. I'll do one. So the Broncos is probably one of the next guys on this list.
Yeah.
He plays well. He's definitely in the top 10. I just don't know where, but he's one that is not going to be here until after September. And as soon as someone doesn't take care of his team, you don't take care of your team, he's jumping right on it. He's going to jump above everybody. Life changes, good ones, and we've already talked. But in place of that team, I'm going to tell you who's taking that team right now. And this guy is a good dude. I think he's gonna shake it up a little bit in there. Lost his team, didn't focus, didn't pay attention. Because one of the biggest things about this league is you have to pay attention or say night night. The Jets, the old Jets user, which was what's his name again? DeMar.
Yep, DeMar Ward.
Yeah, DeMar. DeMar is a good dude. Definitely was a busy guy. But, we send these letters out here like this, and we give you the opportunity to come back. They always say when you get, how when you get people get fired and you curse out your boss?
Yeah.
You never know when they can call you back, especially in football. In football, man, like one of the things we used to do is when they used to cut players and stuff, you take them, get some breakfast. Bye, it's time to go home. Then call you back.
Yeah.
So anyway, he got let go. Went 6 for 6, and he's gonna take over the Broncos. But the Broncos to me is my number 6 guy too.
Okay.
I put him at number 5. Reason why I put him at number 5, personally, he's been a tough matchup for me. Tough matchup for me all the time I played in the AFC. Also, if you look at all the 12 teams that are in the playoffs, him and probably maybe Boogeyman, they probably have the weakest roster. They have the weakest roster, with the Broncos probably being the weakest roster, especially on offense or whatever. 69 overall quarterback, kind of a couple of defensive guys or whatever, but he doesn't have a loaded team like the Eagles or myself or even the Browns. Or, he doesn't have a loaded team, and he fights hard, hard competitor to beat. So that's where he gets my vote at.
Who's next?
I have the Broncos at 5 as well. My 6 was the Eagles, but yeah, I have the Broncos at 5 as well. So good choice there.
Yeah.
I was looking at one of your stats last year with Lamar Jackson.
What was it?
How would you do without Lamar Jackson?
How would I do without him?
Yeah.
I don't know, because I never really, and not until this year, because I threw for 5,000 yards this year, I never really utilized him all the way. I'm doing other things. I pride myself on defense, I kind of get scores a lot of other ways. So I don't know, because I never use him to his full potential anyway. But I'll start learning.
All right, we got a new commercial break real quick. Hold up. Okay, we back. So, number 4.
Saints for me.
Who's this dude chilling on the line? Who's that going for MVP with Stroud? Who is that? Who's chilling for? Who's this guy? Who's chilling on the line?
That's Noah.
Oh, that's Noah.
Oh, he making dreams up right now again. But we're gonna get into you in a minute.
Yeah.
All right, let's make this a little quicker. All right, so here we go. 4, real quick.
4.
I got New Orleans.
The way Joe played this year.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what's so funny, Joe? I'm gonna tell you what's so funny, Joe. And I gotta bring this out to you. All right, Joe was our rookie of the year. Okay, played real good. Did some good stats. Made the rookie of the year. And then the next year, he had the Chiefs. Stunk it up. Came back with the Dolphins. So it's like that one middle year. This is your third season.
Correct.
If you can do what you did this year, I could give everybody a secret. But I'm gonna hold off. But Joe's going somewhere else. He's going somewhere else. There's gonna be some shocks, guys, in the league. I'm telling you guys, not everybody's staying here. The 4 guys is gone, but they can come back whenever they have that time. But I'm gonna tell you right now, Joe going somewhere where he gonna wreck shop. And I'm just gonna say, look out for that division because I think Joe's gonna take it.
We'll see. New game. New stuff to get used to as far as like last year, the free-form passing. So we'll see.
I've been an Rmnfl agent the last few days, making some calls and making some switches. But anyway, we're gonna get down to this, and I'm gonna give you the first division that's all set with new teams. All right, and you guys know them, so. All right, so
4-spot Dolphins.
Faciqo, I'm gonna say something. We're at number 3. We're at number 3 right now, right?
Yeah, number 4.
Yeah, we're at the number 4. 4-4. Yeah, going to
3. I gave Joe 4.
I gave Joe 4 too as well.
Okay, who's 3?
I'm gonna put me at 3.
Who?
Noah's 3.
Noah's the 3.
I put me at 3.
He hasn't. He won a couple Super Bowls, but
but this year the Ravens beat him twice. The Ravens is in the Super Bowl. The Ravens last year, was 16-1. So yeah, I'll put Noah at 3.
You know what? I'm surprised, man. How you go? You put Noah at 3 with last year. Let's see, what did he do last year?
Top 3 is legendary.
One of these years, this is what he did. My bad. Chubby finger syndrome. Here we go. 4,664 yards passing, 51 passing touchdowns, 161 yards. How do you put him at number 3?
MVP of the league, Deshaun Watson. I feel like there's a couple other better players.
That's respectable.
This has nothing to do with the poster child. But it definitely has something to do with. Have you guys seen the matchups that this guy's played?
Yeah, he's a great player.
This is what I say. I would say this. Due to his great throwing, ability and how good he is with the ball and him and Edwin's both success, I put myself at 3, right? And I appreciate Joe showing the love. I put myself at 3. Put myself at 3 only because I haven't accomplished anything yet besides real MVPs. I put myself at 3.
So wait, 2.
All right, ready? You played Noah a few times.
Uh-huh.
How many times have he beat you?
I think we're really about 500. Yeah. And he may have one game on me, but it's really about 500. It's really about 500. And I might have got him. I might have got him all 3 games this year if he hadn't have got me with that play at the end of that other game. I might have got him all 3 this year.
Look at we gave Kareem, I gave you ample opportunity to host your own show. Bring it back, right now you just gotta suck it up until you're ready to go. Cause I cannot wait to get you. I can't wait to get Faciqo, me, and Kareem and Joe on the same thing. I cannot wait. This is gonna be one to know. I can't wait for it. So we gotta set that one up. All right, let's go 2-1. Get 2-1, and then we're gonna start talking about some league changes. I'm not gonna make it a secret. If they didn't hear this show, that's too bad on them. All right.
Yeah.
and because we all know. Don't talk about number 2. I thought it would be Noah would be number 2.
Number 2, I'm putting Edwin.
Well, who's number 1 then?
I put Noah number 1.
That's respect.
I mean, I know what I play. I know what
Oh
I play
man,
against.
how you
I
gonna
know what
put Edwin at number 2?
only because I feel like Noah will beat Edwin bad if they play. That's why. That's how I decided. You know what I'm saying? I decided with that. Noah's style of play and Edwin's style of play. I feel like Noah could do things to stop Edwin's pass more than Edwin could do things to stop Noah on offense. You get what I'm saying?
Did you see
I
the
think
Super
Noah
Bowl
would beat him.
score against the dominating Broncos team?
Like 34
Yeah,
to
that
7.
was terrible. 7-42. That's
Broncos
crazy.
tore up the league, got to the Super Bowl, and did a doggy dive.
Right. Yeah. See, yeah, it's kind of like how Kareem said, Noah plays offense and defense. You see, it's hard to beat him. Hard to beat him. The Broncos, if he hadn't had that Super Bowl loss like that, he'd be higher on my list. You know what I'm saying?
Turn
But
that
that
toy
loss
into a
right there,
baby.
yeah, that loss right there was so terrible that it's like,
I don't know.
so yeah.
I like you knowing everything. You did a lot of things with watching and stuff like that. But for some reason, I mean, like even having a number 1 offense during the season, I feel like Edwin's still number 1. That's
Yeah, if
just
you look
my
at
this is my theory. Go ahead, Joe.
if you go through Edwin's stats, and it's not all about stats, but last year he was a Super Bowl champ. Every season he seems to go on a 10-game winning streak somewhere through that when he gets hot and locked in. But if you look at the NFC accolades, out of the 12 awards, he owns 6 of them. So it's to me absolutely just dominating.
Yeah. What's funny is, listen, Noah dropped the list in here. Y'all want to hear it?
He dropped the
Noah,
what?
he dropped the list. Here it goes right
Yeah.
here. Noah said his list personally, he thinks he's either 1 or 2. Him and Edwin can swap that spot. He said, I'm number 3 for Faciqo. 4 is probably Saints because he was doing damage with the Saints. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Kareem at 5.
Okay.
That's a question because, like we said, Kareem's walking around talking about 1960 championships, and I get it.
He
He
said
still,
1960.
he still has them though. And Kareem, I give shout outs to Kareem too. Kareem helped me get my game up because I used to spar with him when the game first came out. So shout out to him, but you still won't get a pass because you're underachieving with those Eagles. The Broncos at 6 is what Noah has. Joe at 7. The Bills at 8. 9 is the Rams, and 10 is probably the Giants. I can see that. So what he did was he kicked out Nate Panda and he kicked out the Lions from the party. He kicked out Nate Panda and the Lions. And I can see why he did that too. That's understandable too. So he has a good list.
Yo, you know what I'm gonna do for hearing all this?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna run you over with a train. But listen, guys, that's a little bit of the recap, a little bit of keeping it real from Rmnfl Network. The next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna get into some of these team changes. I thought I was gonna like hold it, but why not give it off right now? For some of them. So here's what we're gonna start out with. No other than the AFC. What is it? South? Yeah, South. So Nate's gonna stay as the Jaguars. We're gonna keep
Let's
that.
go.
How do you feel about that?
I think he played good ball with them this year, so there's no need to stop the momentum. Let him keep rolling. He's obviously comfortable with the team. Made it to the playoffs. Him and Joe had a solid game. Joe came out on top, though. I think he kind of dominated them for real that game, but I like Nate with them.
Yeah, he's going to be a good user for the Jags. And watch out, the Jags, all the Jags stats and overall rankings are going to boost, so he's going to be coming with a real solid team.
Yeah.
Will, how do you feel about that?
Well, I think it's a good addition, like that he's staying in the division and make it a little bit balanced. Everybody's a competitor in there, so I think it's nice.
Can I ask a question before you go, Swaster? Hey, Will.
No, go ahead.
That's
Yo.
yeah. I mean, I don't want to let the future out the bag, but we see it on the screen. You got to play him in that division. How you feel about that?
I'm going home.
Does that mean you're going home early?
Nah, that just mean I'm going back to my office.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Going back home to Indy.
Let's look out for that.
I got
there
it.
you go.
Yeah, I saw that. I heard that. Yeah.
There you go.
Let's go.
I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of funny. Meaning, things aren't gonna work out if you stay here in the United States, right?
Going home.
Pretty much. Take the next topic. Take the next topic. Anybody?
We got Noah. Thank God he's leaving my division. And he's leaving, giving me a break, and he's going to the Texans, which will also be joining Will at his home. So we got Nate Panda, and we're going to have Noah in that division with Will. This is interesting. How you feel about that?
I mean, like I said, it's going to be a competitive division, man. We can't even forget about Dustin.
Dustin, yeah.
Yeah.
He been hanging in there, and when he's motivated, he can be a beast with King Henry. So that's.
And he got Hopkins this year too.
Yeah, right. So anybody can win it. Any one of us. But it's more of a building like situation. Like, you know what I mean? Any one of us can win it in the first year, but the second year, two teams out of this division is gonna be like really making a statement. You know what I mean?
I like that. What do you feel, Foster? What you feel about Noah going to that division?
I hope somebody gives him the competition that he needs and been looking for. I kind of wish, but it's not there. It's not going to happen. But I kind of wish that Joe was still in that division, because Joe had a chance to play him in a playoff game and ended up losing. So I don't know, man. I kind of wish that somebody else was in there to give him the competition. I think the first season, if you already had the game, played it, I think you guys have a chance to beat Noah. But it's definitely going to be a challenge, like 100%.
I could see the Colts definitely kind of him and Noah tying up. Maybe the Colts even winning the division, because I like the Colts roster a little better than the Texans. So yeah, we definitely. Oh, also too, Joe will get a chance back at him.
I look forward to playing Noah. He's a good competitor. I feel like I match up well against him. I just can't beat him yet.
That's it. Takes reps. Hey, that's why I was kind of happy to be in the division.
Why do you say you can't beat him?
I don't think I can't beat him. I think I match up well. I think there's only two teams in the league that I can't beat, and that one being Baltimore and one being Chicago. I'm starting to feel a little bit better about my game. I think Houston is something to watch out for, because I mean, last year in real life they were 8-9, 7-9. You had C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson. I think that roster is going to be strong. You got Will coming back to the Colts. That's going to be strong. Panda's at the 3. You got 3 top 10 users in there right there in that division alone. And like I said, don't forget about Dustin in Tennessee. Last year, he went on a 3-game winning streak where he beat Percy and the Packers, the Eagles, and I forget who else, but it almost threw me out of the playoffs. That was impressive.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you this. The next one I'm gonna do is the AFC North, right? But I want to finish this out, because I don't want nobody to leave just yet. Because the AFC North is gonna get shook up so good that everybody in the division is gonna be like, "Wow." So go to this. Just stay on what you're on, and go to the next one. So
Um,
let's.
Will, we got Will. Thank God he's in the chat right now. Will, you are going back home. That's what you said, right?
Yes, sir.
So what does that mean? Going back home. What does that mean? Does that mean my division, AFC South, my division? Does that mean late in the playoffs? What does that mean?
Yes, that means everything, man. My
God,
team.
a team.
I function better with my team. I feel like
Right.
Yeah.
More invested. Do you feel Anthony Richardson got Rookie of the Year vibes going on over there? Or what? What we
Ooh.
looking for?
We got a few new things going on, so we just gonna try some stuff out. We're not gonna make any bold statements right now.
Right.
But,
I know it's a
we own
blessing.
it.
It's a blessing getting away from Matt Ryan out there.
Yeah.
Well, we would have took at this point in time. We would have played with any quarterback that was given to us. So
Yeah.
that's how it is right now. But we gonna put that blue back on, blue and white.
Uptown.
That's too much red over there, man.
Too much red and
Yeah.
white.
Yeah.
Oh, so one more question. Here we go. You see your division mates. You got Dustin, you got Noah, you got Nate, you got yourself. Give me the one
Yes,
through
sir.
four. Give me the 1 through 4 in the standings at the end of the season. Give me the 1 through 4.
I'm gonna be biased and say I'm gonna be first.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Noah second.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him the third, and I'm gonna give Dustin the fourth. That right now.
All right, y'all.
I'm
Stamp
just
it.
being biased.
Stamp it,
Don't.
y'all.
Yo, really?
Stamp
That's how
it.
I'm coming right. That's how I feel about having my team back.
Really?
All right. I like
That's how
it.
we gonna
Okay.
roll, man.
I like it, man. I think Jonathan Taylor gonna make some noise this year for him, man. I think that read option. He got weapons
Wait,
over
I
there
thought
that
they
he
got rid
knows
of
how to
Jonathan
use.
Taylor. I thought he's gone.
Oh no, they just arguing over there. That's all. They ain't got rid of him. They just arguing.
He's having
I
surgery.
It don't even really matter though. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
So we booking Colts 1, Texans 2, Jaguars 3, Titans at the bottom. Y'all
Tough
tag it.
division.
Now look in the stream for me. See if anybody disagrees.
Wait. Let me see. Noah said my team season 2 will be a problem. Season 1 gonna make some noise, but season 2 gonna be when my team shines, I think. So he's kind of like with it a little bit. He knows he has a process over there. Yeah. This is good. This is good because I can see it happening like that too. So this is
Yeah.
good.
Got the Colts and the Texans both with quarterbacks on rookie contracts, so they're going to be able to make some good roster adjustments.
Right, and don't let your division mate go for that rookie of the year because you know he's going for it. Will both of y'all gonna fight for that? He's going for that rookie of the year with Stroud.
We just trying to have a good year with Richardson. We just gonna train every week, go through everything we need to go through, and just progress him well. I'm gonna take care of it.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
so
what's gonna happen.
we're gonna do another one, and then we're gonna go into the changes for the AFC North right after the break. You picked the wrong ones, boy. All right, here we go. We're going to go over to the AFC North, and we're going to leave the Bengals out because it's going to be a surprise guy who's definitely going to rip up this league, okay? And I cannot wait. It's going to be really good. So if anybody missed this one, they're going to have to go to the whole show and listen. But check it out. Somebody will talk about it. Our Green Bay Packers user, who's a rookie, came in, taking over the Packers, played all his games, participated, showed up. Didn't see him much in the stream, in the Discord. That's one thing we want to see more of him. Did not get the cut. So he's somebody that I want to move over. We do have two people looking for the Packers, and I kind of know which way I'm leaning. So we have Percy, who's one of our guys, and we have a new guy who's also a fan of the Packers. So it all based down to his interview that we have today. And so far, great guy. His whole basement's filled up with the Packers. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do with the Packers. But let's talk about the Cleveland Browns. How do you feel about the Packers guy coming over to the Cleveland Browns?
I'm gonna sit this one out. I'll let y'all talk on this one because this is my division. So y'all talk.
Yeah, yeah, that's a tough one, man. Because I've yet to really see the new Packers user play, so I'm not aware of his style.
I think that's a good addition over there. He's a good user. From what I've played him once, so he seems competent. So with a good quarterback, he was doing well. So I think he would do good. That's just from just from briefly seeing him play. So that's all I can say about it.
Joe?
I think Jordan Love. I think he's going to step it up with Jordan Love. I did get to watch him actually in a game we streamed, and he likes to pass. He's pass happy. So we'll see how he can utilize Aaron Jones in the run game, and I look forward to seeing it.
Faciqo, come on, you gotta say something, brother.
I mean, I'm here. I seen what he did with the Packers. I watched. It's funny because I watched a little bit of it before they got taken away. So I seen what he did with the Packers, and I like his style of play. But my thing is this. I mean, I'm playing Noah twice a year, man. So it's just a relief. It's just a relief. Whoever comes there, I'm playing against a guy who I rank top 2 in the league twice a year, and sometimes 3. A lot of times 3. So right there, somebody coming over to the Packers. I mean, hopefully, they can compete like on a good level, man. But I feel like it's a relief for me.
I remember it's coming back to me a little bit. The Packers user, yeah, he's really good in the pocket. He reminded me a lot of Percy with the Packers because he's real good in the pocket and he has a really good free form passing game. So I think it'll match up well.
Well,
All right, let's go on to the Steelers. Joe, I'm gonna let you take this, and I want to hear from Will, and I want to hear from Faciqo.
I'm still waiting for the Steelers to get to the playoffs. He is playoff worthy. He's always bringing a good defense. I remember playing the first game I think I ever played, one of the few first games. We had an instant classic. But I love his style. I can't wait. I'll wait to see him in the playoffs next year.
Oh yeah, Rev just in a tough division, man. But I mean, at any given time, he can pull off a big win. So I'm gonna put him. I know he happy that Noah's leaving the division, so he can just battle with Faciqo.
And we do have tough games every time. No matter what his record is, every time we play, we have tough games. The way his style of play, we always have tough games. It comes down to the end. Never really more by 7 to 10 points, decides the winner. So shout out to Rev. I think he'll do good this season. This is his playoff season.
I like Coach Rev. I just think sometimes he puts too much pressure on himself.
Right.
If he would just play the game and not put the pressure on himself the way he does, I think he'll be good. I think he'll be good. But I just think he needs to concentrate on this RPO stuff. Since he likes it so much, he's got to learn how to run it. It's not an easy thing to do, but if you're gonna do it, learn more about it. Don't just run plays because you want to have his. He puts schemes together good though.
Oh yeah, he just beat New Orleans a couple weeks ago, 44-7.
That's right, he did beat him.
Yeah.
That's why I say he sometimes plays good, really good.
You free up Noah in that division. He's always right there in the playoff hunt. You free up Noah in that division. That's the 2 games he needs to be the 6-7 seed. Get in there.
Right. Well, I know y'all been waiting for this last one. Who's gonna take over the Bengals? All right, I want y'all all to guess who you think is a good fit for the Bengals. Who's a good fit for the Bengals?
Marion.
The heck you want
I'm
me?
picking Marion. I'm picking Marion.
For what?
It fits your style.
Because Joe Burrows don't run?
Don't run. He can stand there and deliver it. He'll give you the West Coast passes that you like real fast, real quick reads. Yeah, and they can run the ball. And they have receivers galore. It's a tough team.
Yo, I can't believe you're picking me. Why would you pick me though?
I just told you why. It fits your style. I seen you with the Eagles. You're great with the Eagles too. Take Kareem from them, but Bengals I can see fitting your style. That's just me though.
Joe, you got some? Who do you got?
You know, I really don't know who's on the chopping block. Think what Ricky finished the season with the Bengals, I believe. I don't.
Ricky's not even. He's not even on the. He's not even on them.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's gone. Okay, so Coach Rob has been reaching out to. I call him. I don't know. Let me see. He is the. I'm gonna call him the prosecutor of Rmnfl, and then we have our defense attorneys. So Coach Rob is talking to our prosecutor, which is Kareem, and he's reached out to him on multiple times. What's your input on having Coach Rob come back? Let me break it down. Coach Rob quits a lot, and that is a thing you cannot do. And I saved him so many times that I can't save him no more. I ran out of excuses. So, who feels that Coach Rob should come back?
I do. Coach Rob is a great personality for the league. He's in here just to have fun and play games, and I think that's what it's all about, is having fun. And he brings a lot of fun to the league.
Okay.
I agree. If he follows the rules like he's supposed to, man, I don't see another player or another person in this league who's more fit for the Bengals. I mean, he bleeds orange. He loves the Bengals. He talks about it. He just wants his Bengals. So if he can follow the rules, man, and do like he's supposed to, I think that's the best fit for him.
All right. I'm going to break it down to you. Then we're going to quick do the NFC West, and we're going to be done. All right? The person that is going to take over for the Bengals. Let me see how many people are here to see this. All right. Make sure we spread the word. The Bengals in playoffs. Okay. This is a bird. So we got the Cowboys in here. We got Prolific in here, the Giants. All right. So we only went over two things so far. All right. We went over the AFC South. And now we're going over the AFC North. And the person that's taking over for the Bengals is going to be no other than the Bills.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Bills is coming over to take on Faciqo, the Steelers, and the Browns. Mr. Quarry is going over to the AFC North.
He just signed his death certificate.
That's what I'm talking about.
I like that.
What do you guys think about that?
I get to beat up on him twice a year. I'm gonna keep him quiet in chat. That's a good pick for him, man. That's a good pick for him. He can throw the ball. They got great receivers. They got a great situation over there, and he shows he can move the ball. You know what I'm saying? They got a good running back. He can run. He's an all-around game, man. I like it. Good competition in there. I don't know how much Rev will like it. Rev, you got to step it up now, man. They done stepped on your toes. You hear it?
Yup. He's coming. I can't wait for 35. You're also going to wait. There's some new, there's another change that's happening. Boy, I can't wait to the end. But y'all, guess what? Guess who's coming to the Panthers, guys?
Edgy.
We love you.
We'll
We
talk
miss
about
you.
it soon. We'll talk about it soon. We'll talk about it soon. But we're gonna go ahead and swap on over to the NFC West. I'm staying as the Cardinals, so it don't suspense anybody. Gino is staying. Hey, put the
Big
wrong
Gino.
logo, but Gino was on the. He was supposed to be the Browns. He was supposed to be the Browns, but he's gonna stay as the 49ers. And Bird, there's still something up in the air. But I'm gonna tell y'all who's gonna be on the Panthers this year. Ready?
R-E-G-G-I.
Reggie. Reggie's coming back. We gotta do it again for Reggie.
Reggie,
The
love you.
Upper coming back.
All right.
We miss you. Come home, Reggie.
Bump you,
Come
Kareem.
home.
He said the bonus division. That's all right. We'll be back. But
Yeah,
Reggie's
spice
coming
that
back.
West.
We're gonna give him
Come back with
props.
a quarterback.
He's coming back with a quarterback, and he's gonna be doing his thing. Reggie was also our MVP of 24, and he's gonna be taking over the Panthers.
Let's go, Reggie. Welcome back, Reggie. We loved you. We missed you.
Hey,
You're
don't
back.
worry, Kareem. I got somebody for you too. I got somebody for you.
Uh-oh.
You made me angry.
Let's
But
go.
now,
Get
now
him.
I'm gonna tell you who's coming to your division.
Get him, Foster. Get
I'm
him.
about to give it to you. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go.
NFC East.
Look here. I got somebody for you, Red. For Kareem. I got somebody for Kareem. I didn't want to do this right now, but I want you to know the person that's coming out of that division has a team, and it's a team that he wants. But this is for Kareem because he just pissed me off. I'm sending him in. So, call the cops. You remember what the cops did because you got blown up by Chicago. And I'm bringing somebody in your division. And get ready. Because he's coming to make some havoc. And it's no other than the Boogeyman. The Boogeyman is coming over to take Washington. We're going to make some noise in Washington. We're bringing the Boogeyman over.
And he's got
So what
that
you got to
Commanders
say?
defense.
And he's got the Commanders defense, and he knows what he's doing with that team.
Yes,
So
he
look
does.
out. The Super Bowl is going to be tonight at 8:30 sharp. But the Boogeyman is going to go ahead and take over Washington.
Wow.
Once again, the Boogeyman's coming for you, buddy. He's coming for you. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom.
Boom, boom.
Yo, he's coming.
Boom, boom, boom,
Carter's coming.
boom.
All
Look
right.
at the NFC East. Look at them all in chat. Look at the NFC East. I don't believe in
all
much
the eyes
this.
is looking. Still got to come through Philly. That's what he's trying to say. Man,
He coming through there.
Yo, if it wasn't a shit, look. If let me see how many people are here. If y'all want me to continue to go, I got the perfect team for Washington, and I know he wants them, and he's gonna get them. Is Joe still here?
Yeah, that's the the
let
NFC
me-
East is still gonna be the toughest division.
Oh man, I'm doing this stuff on the spur.
Let's go. We all right.
Well, I'm
We
doing
getting
it on the spur. Let's talk about the Chiefs. Let's talk about the Kansas City Chiefs. Who's in that division? Who's in that division?
There's some guys in
Go
there.
on,
We got
go up. Talk to me. We got the Raiders.
the Raiders. Richard Page. Shout out Richard Page.
Richard
Coach Rich,
Page.
baby.
Got Richard
And
Page.
we had Ace in there on somebody on the Chargers.
Ace is on the Chargers.
We got the Broncos. You know who that is? The Quiet
And the
Assassin.
But we got a new Broncos. We got a new
Uh-oh.
Broncos user, which
Most
is
stuff shaking
Lamar.
up. Yep.
Lamar.
And then we got the Chiefs. The mighty,
Right.
mighty Chiefs.
So I'm going to tell you who's going to go on the Chiefs. I mean the Chargers first. Now I'm going to tell you who's going to go on the Chiefs. I'm going to tell you who's going on the Chiefs first. The team that's going on the Chiefs is a team that it's time for change. It's time for change. Time for change. Here we go. It's going to start a little bit like this, and it ain't him. I don't know how that came up. Yo, I'm just hitting all kinds of buttons.
Let it rip. Let's go.
Anyway, the team that's coming up on the Chiefs is the Saints.
Wow. Tariq.
Yes.
Congratulations, Tariq. You in
Eric
a
is
better.
coming up on the Chiefs.
Ooh. That's
Eric's
nice.
coming up on the Chiefs.
Yeah, the Chiefs, they had the youngest roster in the NFL last year, so I believe he's going to have the most trade bait in the whole league.
Is this affecting what I'm doing here? But anyway,
you just dropped the bomb. That's why.
I dropped the bomb, y'all.
The system's going crazy, y'all.
Going crazy on me right now. Come on, what's going on here? Let me go up here and remove this situation. What's going on?
Wow.
Here?
So the Saints,
like, what happened?
Saints are going to the Chiefs. Saints was already a problem. Like I said, he was a top 3 seed. He had the same record as the number 1 seed in NFC this year. Always competes, and now y'all giving him the Chiefs. This will be a nice fight. And I'm not a fan of it because he's coming to the AFC where I wanted to try to establish some ground with. And now I'm gonna have to deal with this guy.
I got somebody else you're gonna have to deal with though.
Oh, we got more tricks up the sleeve. What we got going on? Oh,
so so the cut had to happen because of time, not because of who he is. But once his time opens up, he can come back. But the person that's taking over the Chargers, you ready?
Is he a dog? Is he a dog? Is he a dog?
Oh, I gotta get rid of this thing. I can't get rid of it. What the heck is going on here? But we gotta get rid of it. There's only one way. There's only one way to do it. I might as well just get rid of them all. This is how we're gonna do it. I gotta get rid of it all. Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all a little tune because the person that's coming on this team for the Chargers is gonna surprise y'all.
Is he a dog?
He's come through the league and he says, "I had enough.
Yeah.
You're not gonna do it to me no more. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it." No other than Joey G.
Oh my goodness.
Joe's going to the Chargers.
Yeah.
Watch out for that Darwin James. I got Darwin James.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. That's a nice play for him right there.
Yeah, Joe's going to the Chargers.
Wow.
Matches my style really well. You know, I have some good safeties. I don't know about their defensive line. They probably have a good defensive line because they got a good defense overall. They got Bosa, actually. They got Bosa.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Mac and Khalil. You still got the edge rush.
Ooh.
It's there. Yeah.
Boy, that's going to match my style. Just like Ricky built the Dolphins, I'm going to have a very similar team.
Yes. That's a good team. That might be the toughest. See what Noah said. Think that could be the toughest division this year. Yes, it might be.
Ooh.
That's going to be a tough division right there.
Tarek wallops me every time we play.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got a good matchup lined up. Ooh, twice a year, too.
Yeah.
Maybe 3.
I'm coming, Mr. T.
Well, I think we should. I don't want to mess any more up. But I think that's good for right now.
Chat's still asking. Chat's asking, Marion. They said, "Who's Broncos?" They want you to tell them Broncos again.
The Broncos is now. He's the guy that's on the Panthers right now. That's
the one who gave
Lamar.
Kareem a game. Okay. So
now,
he played Kareem in the playoffs, right?
Yep.
He played him in the playoffs. Okay.
Now with a couple of these guys, the way they do this practice league. Now these aren't teams. These are the real ones. But the way they play in this practice league, the way they interact with us doing this practice league, because some of them are like on standby, like they're in, but they're not in, but they're in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's it. That's it for today. We got some new rookies. I guess we can get ready to close this out. I think this is something to talk about right now. But we got some more surprise changes. But I like that one. Out of all these changes, which one's the best?
Which one's the
Bills? I like the Bills move.
Yeah, that was surprising. That was very surprising. That was surprising. That was underneath the radar, we should say.
Bills? I like
yeah,
the
with
one with the
Bills.
boogeyman going to the NFC East.
That's gonna be tough too.
Oh yeah, that's tough too.
You never think people would want to just walk through that door, though. I didn't think the Bills had it in them. Shout out to the Bills, man. That was tough what you did.
So one of these new guys, y'all better come jump on these Rams. We gotta figure out who's gonna go on them. We almost had Bird leaving, and we almost had, I'm gonna say this wrong, Kawan coming to Seattle, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. I think Kawan wasn't enough. But there's still some talks there's still some talks. We just gotta bring it to the table and see what's up. But I think that was the best one I liked was Joe and the Chargers and Bills going over to your division. I mean, all of them was good for me, man.
That was surprising. I think that was the most surprising, the Bills one. Listen, though, tell you something. It was Saints going over with them Chiefs, man. That's going to be a pretty good situation. And him and Joey G, they're going to be fighting. They're going to be fighting. That's going to be the fight. Prime time.
Fool who eats my cereal.
We got to get to Rich because Rich was on the borderline. Rich was on the borderline as well. With those Raiders, so those Raiders aren't safe. The Raiders are not safe right now. Just so you know.
Man, I love the matchup with Coach Rich. If you haven't seen a game between myself and Coach Rich, it's instant classic every time.
So once again, guys, we are glad to have these guys in this league. Everyone, this is the brand with the plan. And I'm sitting here with Faciqo, the Buccaneers, which is Will, Joey G, which is now the Chargers. I gotta go make all these changes with these logos because everybody gets a logo in here. And this is the Rmnfl Network. And if we offended anybody, who cares? No, I'm just joking. Sorry. But this is how it has to be. This is what's going to make the league special and different. We needed some changes to make things a little bit better. Soon, I might be coming off them Cardinals. And I'll tell you right now, it's a possibility I might end up on the Raiders. But we'll find out. Or the Saints. Raiders or the Saints. Maybe. We'll find out. Anyway, this is the Keeping It Real show without Julio, the AKA bad guy, who could not be here today. But I definitely was here with the other group. And we'll see you guys next week or prior or after the Super Bowl. Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.